made it through. So much, Eleanor, for the compliment. Thank you so much. Hey, everybody, it's Regina with the Juice Radio and Talk Show. I am back. I'm back, y'all. I'm back. So how y'all doing? Hey, I'm so excited to be back. Let me tell y'all, it was really tough, but I'm back. All right. So for those of you who are just tuning in, my name is Regina. I'm with the Juice Radio and Talk Show. Listen, I was supposed to be here the first week of January, you guys, the first week of January. I had planned all year. Okay, the first week of January, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be gung ho for this, social media stuff, and I'm going to inspire people, encourage people, and I'm going to do this. And y'all, the first day of January, I got sick. The first day, day one of January, day one. I hope you all can hear me fine out there. If you can't, please put it in the chat. For those of you who are just visiting, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Juice Radio and Talk Show. All you have to do is look for the red mug. You'll see the red mug here on the screen. Type in the word The Juice Radio and Talk Show, and we'll go ahead and you'll see the information there, and you can subscribe on the channel. Okay. I want to say thank you to those watching us on Bigo. How y'all doing over there? Those watching us on the other side over here, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and all of that. Hey, everybody, how y'all doing? All right. I'm not going to be on here long. I always say that, and then I end up being like, a little bit long, but today I'm going to try and do this in a record amount of time. Okay. We won't say what that record amount of time is, but we're going to try. Okay. All right. So as most of you know, today is Monday morning, and I like to do my Monday morning inspirational talks, my Monday morning motivational chats, and to try and get you guys encouraged for the week. So we're going to start off today. I am still using Joel Osteen's, some material here that I found from Mr. Joel and Victoria Osteen, their book, their calendar. I did order their new calendar. It's on their website. I'm promoting them. It's on their website, so you can order yours. I haven't received my new one yet, so we're going to use some of the material from last year, which is okay because it's still relevant. The word is the word, and it is still relevant. Okay. All right. Again, for those of you who have not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Check out our new website, thejuiceradio.net, so you make sure that you can get more information that we have going on this platform here as well. Let's get started. Today, we're going to be talking to you from the book of Joshua. Joshua chapter 6. Joshua chapter 6, verse 4. Okay. Joshua chapter 6, verse 4. Now, this is very good. Okay. And I want you guys to get some information here that will encourage you through your life. You're right, Holy Spirit. It's not through your day, because people get encouraged through their day, and they have a good day, and then the next day they have a bad day. Why? Because we only gave them a day. You say, have a good day. What about the next day and the days after that? All right. So I not only want you to have a good day or good days, I want you to have a good life. I want every day in your life to be good. Okay. So let's go ahead and get some learning here, and something that can encourage us, because we all know that as we go through in life, that we may end up having days that are not so good, but that should not stop us from determining and knowing that we can still have a good life. Like I said, when I started this up this morning, I thought, from January 1st, day one, I was going to be hitting the ball running with everything. But for some reason, God allowed, and I always believe God allows with everything. God allowed me to get sick and take a break, a whole week break, a whole week. I had to do a whole week, you guys. It's almost like I was in confined moments, a whole week. But sometimes, like I said on my Facebook page, sometimes God will sit you down so that he can set you up for something greater. And it's okay. I got a lot of rest, and so I'm ready to do this. So Joshua chapter 6, verse 4 says this. It says, 7 priests will walk ahead of the ark. each carrying a ram's horn. On the seventh day, you are to march around the town 7 times with the priest blowing the horns. Okay. Now, many of you who've read the Bible, and we're going to be going more in depth about these Bible verses on our Wednesday night live videos that we're going to be doing Wednesday nights at 7:30. This Wednesday night is going to be our first service that we're going to be doing, where we're going to be talking about the Bible in depth. We're going to have like a Bible study, Bible enrichment, Bible knowledge, whatever you want to call it. It's not church. It's not church, but it is where we can study the Bible and get more understanding from the word. Okay. So we're going to be doing that Wednesday at 7:30. But going back into this, because I like to use these Bible verses because they encourage me and they should encourage you also. So let me read that one more time for you because every word is meaningful. It says 7 priests. Let's start with that one. 7 priests, come on, Jesus, will walk ahead of the ark. 7 priests will walk ahead of the ark, each carrying a ram's horn. On the 7th day, you are to march around the town 7 times. I know I'm putting these up like 5, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. Now that has such great significance and meaning. I'm not going to go into that whole thing right now because this is our Monday morning motivational. I don't want you to miss the point of this particular video, but I will come back live later on the week and explain these 777. Okay, because that's really what's happening here, the 777. Okay, so let's go on to this. Now, these are excerpts from Joel and Victoria Osteen from their devotional calendar here. This is their excerpts here, and they write really good excerpts and meanings for each of the verse to give you some encouraging words. So I'm going to read what they have and add to a little bit of what my commentary is on this. It says, the city of Jericho, which was surrounded by a huge stone wall so thick that chariots could ride on top, was the last city that stood before the people of Israel and the promised land. God told Joshua to have his people march around the walls once a day for 7 days and 7 times on the 7th day. Y'all got to get these directions and follow them to the T. It says it wouldn't have been so difficult if, while they were walking, they saw a little crack in the wall on a shaft on the foundation, but nothing day after day. They didn't understand it, but just kept doing the right thing. And the final time around, the walls came tumbling down. So let me just stop right there and say this, what I believe, what I'm getting out of that little excerpt that Joel and Victoria Osteen are saying. Sometimes what we have to do, we get full instructions of what we're supposed to do, but then we don't follow the full instructions. We only follow part of the instructions. And then we wonder why we only getting part of the results. Because we have to follow the full instructions. We can alter instructions that are given to us to help us to be better, to do better, to get better. And we only do it in a partial aspect. We have to do this in its fullness and to the T. Now, let me just say this. While I was sick, I went to the doctor, and of course, you have to have all the tests and everything done. And my doctor said, well, I'm going to give you this prescription, and I need you to take this prescription. And I need you to also do this, 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 and this. So I said, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do that. And I made sure that my husband knew also, listen, we got to do this, 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 and this, because this is what the doctor said. Now, my husband, you guys, he's like one of these people that does not like medicines. He's like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Listen, and I'm one of these, my pet peeve is, listen, if they said it's going to work and they said to do it this, and this way, then this is what we're going to do. We're not going to deviate from it. We're going to do it. So one of the prescription pills that we got, you're supposed to take the pills, like you take 2 on this day, and the next day you take another one, and the next day you take another one, and so forth and so forth. And one thing that the doctor told us was, she says, even though you may begin to feel better, don't stop doing the medication. Now, here's where a lot of people I relate to as far as in the world when they start feeling better in the word, getting better with their goals, their ventures, and they feel like, well, I'm doing good. And, you got a business goal that you're doing or a business venture that you're doing. And somebody told you do this, 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 and this, and you get on, like, you have 7 steps that you have to do, and you get on the 4th step and you feel like, well, everything's working fine. I don't need to do the other steps. And then you feel like, okay, that's fine. But guess what? You still have those other steps you have to do. And if you don't do them, you might be good now, but it may catch up with you later. The same thing with the doctor. She says, don't stop taking the prescriptions. Don't start taking it, because if you do, then what's in your system is not fully taken care of. Your body is not fully medicated to fight what's in there. So those of you who are out there, you have goals and ambitions, and people have given you step by step and step instructions on what to do, and you've only did a partial part of them, and you may think, well, I'm fine. Listen, you may not be, because you have not completed all the steps. And it may come a time where those 4, 5, 6, and 7 steps that you did not take, those may be the key steps that you needed to take. It may not seem relevant on the 3rd day, but if you really, really sit back and you watch, you may realize, well, man, I should have really followed instructions. I'm hoping you're gathering what I'm saying, okay? Every instruction in detail in the Bible is also key. We oftentimes, especially Americans, we want to do the shortcut to everything. I call it microwave faith. We always want to have the things really fast, really quick, and short. Everybody wants to get to the money fast. Like y'all say, these kids out here in the street, you want to get to the bag real fast. And if you watch, you look, some of these kids out here and some of these adults that are doing childish things are realizing that getting to that bag fast is not the best way to get to the bag. They don't understand why some of these older people are still saying, be patient, wait, do it this way, do it the right way. It's so amazing to me how a young person will see an older person who is successful. And instead of them listening to that person to say, listen, how did you get this? How did you do that? Instead of them listening to that person, here's what they do. They just laugh at them and say, well, no, I'm going to get mine a whole different way. I got plans. I'm doing this, and I'm going to get it much faster than you got yours. And then they go through the system, and they try and do things that they know are not legit, that they're not supposed to do, and they end up getting themselves in trouble. And then who do they call to get them out? That elder that they wouldn't listen to. Listen, it's not time to try and get things a fast way and try and get things a shortcut way. We have to now be in tune with knowing what is the right way. And even if it's the lengthy way, know this: if it takes you a bit longer to get what you are desiring or to reach your goals, know this: if you do it the right way and it does take longer, you get to hold on to it longer. Sometimes people reach their goals so much faster, and then they end up not being able to hold on to it that long. We in life nowadays, if you have a goal in mind, something that you've been dreaming of, something that you've been praying for, something that you've been desiring, you don't want to just grab it in your hand and then all of a sudden it's gone. You want to be able to have it and hold on to it. So that's going to mean that we're going to have to find ways that we can get these things, be successful at it, so that we can maintain them. And one of the things we're going to have to do is know instruction and follow every instruction that we're giving so that we can get these things done properly. Now, you all know it's tax season right now, right? It's time to file these taxes. There's a lot of people out here. Here's what they're going to do. They're going to try and do the shortcut. They're going to try and have these taxes. They're going to try and lie on it to try and get more money. They're going to try and cheat and get more money. They're going to try and falsify documents and get more money. They're going to try and do all this kind of stuff. Some of them will be successful at getting more money. But guess what? How long will they be able to hold on to it? And then your regular spirit. And then how much more will they end up having to pay back? We have to do what is right, even if it means small steps at a time. Let me finish over here with Joel and Victoria's excerpts here. It says, they say, too often we'll stay in faith if we see the wall cracking. We'll keep believing if our boss starts treating us better, if the promotion goes through, if things start to improve. You may not get a sign. You have to keep thanking God even though nothing is improving. Keep walking by faith and not sight, and suddenly the walls will come down. So for those of you, what this, I believe, is saying to you, this part is saying is, people sometimes have faith when somebody says, like they said in the comment, your boss said, you're doing great, you're doing great, you're doing great. But what happens when you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing and you're not hearing those words? Nobody is congratulating you. Nobody is giving you accolades. Nobody is giving you recognition. What do you do then? Here's what you do. You keep doing what is right. You don't try and get the approval of man. You continue to get the approval of God. And sometimes all God is doing is trying to get you in a position where you're not looking for the accolades and the congratulations from man. But God is looking for you to be somebody that will totally trust God and what he stands for and what he wants to congratulate you on, and not what man wants to simply congratulate you on. We have to understand that God is still watching us, you guys. He sees our every moves. And sometimes you have to be that one lone soldier that will say, listen, I'm going to ride with God no matter who's not riding with me. I'm going to still ride with God because I know eventually we're going to come out on top. I don't care if it takes decades and decades and decades, but we're going to come out on top. Not only are we going to come out on top, our family's going to come out on top. There's going to be success in my family because I am the one that decided no matter how long it takes, 7 times 7 times 7 times 7, whatever it takes, I am going to be the one that's going to be that generational person that's going to say, family, we made it because I stood strong. I stood there even when others decided they weren't. Okay? Stand strong. Stay in this. Follow the instructions, follow the guidelines, follow the promises, and follow the God that you serve and trust him. I mean, his ways, like they say, his ways, maybe, everybody may not understand his ways, but he's looking for someone just like you to be the one that you could say, I'm a witness that he did it and that he's going to do it for you too. So just like me, I wanted to start out gung ho. January 1st, I'm going to come and get him. I'm going to get him. And God changed directions. God said, no, Regina, slow down. A whole week, you guys, a whole week. Nothing. But then Monday morning, he said, Regina, let's go ahead. Let's get it going now. Let's try it this way. Because this way is the best way that I believe he sees for me. Otherwise, I don't believe he would have sat me down. All right. But I'm encouraged today, and I want you all to be encouraged and know this. I put the tagline up here. It says, don't give up. I'm going to add this to that. Don't give up. Don't give up. Even when you feel like you've had a roadblock, do not give up. Do not give up. Okay. Don't give up. Even when you've had a delay, don't give up. Inspire, keep everybody inspired. Slow process may win. Y'all know the story about the turtle and the turtle and the hare, the turtle and the rabbit. Y'all know it, okay? All right. I hope you have been encouraged today. And for those of you who have not gotten your book already, go to Joel and Victoria Osteen's website. I think it's joelosteen.com or joelosteen.org. Order your calendar so that you will be able to follow along with me, joelosteen.org. I'll try and put it in the description as well. But I want you all to have a blessed day, a prosperous day, and know this. I want y'all to have a happy life. All right. Stay tuned to the channel. And if you haven't already done so, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure that you subscribe to that channel and make sure that you have subscribed to all of our other channels as well. We have several other channels that we're streaming on as well. We have a lot of stuff going on, but I want you to all be informed. We have a lot of stuff coming up. So if you haven't subscribed already, make sure that you subscribe. I also want to give a big shout out to our sponsor channel, Truth and Triumph Ministries, for all the work that they do. Thank you, Truth and Triumph Ministries, for helping to sponsor this program. Thank you also to our sponsor, our additional sponsor, Custom Apparel Shop, for the work that they do with helping to promote this program. They've also helped us with this shirt here that I have on, this great shirt. They made these shirts for us. They sponsored these shirts and donated these shirts to us. Thank you so much for this. They're great. They also do custom embroidery, and they can help you with your custom embroidery also. It doesn't matter if it's one piece or more. They will take care of your order. You can reach out to them by the phone number that's on the screen here. It's 786-657-7501, 786-657-7501. You can also find them online. I want to thank you all. Remember, we also have a podcast channel. If you haven't already subscribed to our podcast channel, it's the Juice Radio and Talk Show. Thank you for Noye Podcast Production for helping us with that podcast. If you would like a podcast channel, also houseofnoye.com can help you with your podcast channel as well. All right. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'm so glad y'all were here today. We'll be back. We've got a lot of other stuff coming up. You won't know that we're live unless you hit that notification button on your social media platform that you're viewing from right now. Y'all stay blessed, stay happy, and have a safe, wonderful life in Jesus' name. I'll see y'all later.